Hey, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all the praises and honor and the glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rachakudash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy and salutations and love unto you, Agim, that are doing the work of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, in sincerity and in truth, all right? Now, here's an article, that I came across on Facebook, and someone posted it, which goes to show you, that people are not ignorant of what's happening out here, man. Okay, slowly information and the truth is being pushed out there in these social media platforms, and people who are not even in the truth are beginning to understand Esau's ways and how wicked it is. Okay, now some people might take a look and think that it's all cool, or this is a new technology, new information, because you got some people who are pretty much into technologies heavily, and whatever comes out new, okay, they want to be a part of it, man. Hence why you're gonna have a lot of people who are going to take the RFID chip willingly, okay, and you're gonna have some people who are gonna have to make that decision, okay, where they don't have enough faith to endure the hardness that's to come without taking the chip, and then you're gonna have the elect who are not gonna take the chip, and some of them will be put to death, man. So all of these things play a huge role in the days that we're about to approach with Esau's technology, okay? And this article on Telegraph, okay, it says scientists discover how to upload knowledge to your brain. Now, just by reading that, okay, this reminds me of that one show or series is on Netflix. It's called the Black Mirror or Black Mirrors, okay, which goes to show you how Esau wants to literally take your spirit and upload it in a device, okay. And these are some of the things that Esau's coming up with. And so when Esau makes a movie or a show on Netflix about it, okay, he's actually working on these things, man, okay. When we watch his movies, okay, we think it's cool or whatever, but there's a message behind it. And only a certain people are actually going to understand these things, man. The scripture says that we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Okay, so the title says scientists discover how to, okay, upload knowledge to your brain. Now let's go ahead and read it. It says, feeding knowledge directly into your brain, just like sci-fi classic The Matrix, could soon take as much effort as falling asleep, scientists believe, man. So it's going to be easy as falling asleep, uploading information in your brain. It says researchers claim to have developed a simulator, okay, which can feed information directly. Khan, Salakia, I got cut off there, but going back to the article, it says researchers claim to have developed a simulator which can feed information directly into a person's brain and teach them new skills in a short amount of time, comparing it to life imitating art. Okay, so pretty much being able to download, okay, information in your brain, which means what? Which means that you will have to be chipped, man. Okay, and that's what Esau wants to do. And when you're chipped, okay, these are some of the things that Esau likes to push out there as benefits into you having a chip, man. Okay, being able to download information in your brain, but that also means what? That he has total control of you, which means that what? You are a part of Satan's ways, man. Okay, which when Yahushua returns, you will be put to death, man, because you are in total agreement with this world, with this Satan's ways of things, man. And it goes on to say, it says they believe it could be the first step in developing advanced software that will make Matrix style instant learning a reality. Okay, and that's what happened in that movie, The Matrix, man. Okay, Neo was able to what? Learn karate, in a few seconds, man. Okay, something that he did not know how to do prior. Okay, so it was pretty much like downloaded in his brain, and he was able to actually do it. Okay, and it goes on. It says in the Nair sci-fi classic, protagonist Neo is able to learn kung fu in seconds after martial art is uploaded straight to his brain. Researchers from RL Laboratories based in California say they have found a way to amplify learning only on a much smaller scale than seen in Hollywood films. Okay, so they're actually working on these things, man. Okay, they're pretty much wanting to make it a reality, which means what? That if you want these things, for people who don't understand, okay, the whole idea behind it, if you want it, you will have to get chipped. Okay, so again, like I said earlier, this is Esau's way of pretty much making the chip, okay, a thing of being a comfort unto you. Okay, if you have pets, if you have children, they will not go missing no more. Okay, so this is how they condition your mind into accepting it, okay, prior to it being mandatory. Okay, and it says they studied the electric signal in the brain of a trained pilot and then fed the data into novice subjects as they learned to pilot an aeroplane in a realistic flight simulator. Okay, so they're studying these things. It says the study published in the journal Frontiers in Human Neuroscience found that subjects who received brain stimulation via electrode embedded head cap improved their piloting abilities and learning the task 33% better than placebo group. Okay, so they're showing studies how that's just you having that chip, okay, embedded in your brain, and all of this information being downloaded onto you, you are better than someone that has to actually, study these things without the chip, in other words, man. Okay, it says our system is one of the first of its kind. It's a brain simulation system, explained Dr. Matthew Phillips. Okay, it sounds I'm a pretty much these are all in quotes. So this is what Dr. Matthew Phillips is saying. Okay, it sounds kind of sci-fi, but there is a large scientific basis for the development of our system. The scientific task we were looking at was piloting an aircraft, which requires a synergy of both cognitive and motor performance. When you learn something, your brain physically changes. Connections are made and strengthened in a process called neuroplasticity. Okay? It turns out that certain functions of the brain, like speech and memory, are located in a very specific region of the brain, about the size of your pinky. Okay, Dr. Matthew believes that brain stimulation, brain stimulation could eventually be implanted for tasks like learning to drive, exam preparation, and language learning. You hear that? It says Dr. Matthew believes that brain stimulation could eventually be implanted for tasks like learning to drive, exam preparation, and language learning. Okay? What our system does is it actually targets those changes to a specific region of your brain as you learn, he added. The method itself is actually quite old. In fact, the ancient Egyptians 4,000 years ago used electric fish to stimulate and reduce pain. So it all goes back to Egypt, man. And that's what Esau gets all of these ideas, all of these things that he wants to pretty much push forth in the society. He gets it from Egypt, man, because America is spiritually what? Sodom and Egypt, man. Okay, and it says even Ben Franklin applied current to his head, but the rigorous scientific investigation of these methods started in the early 2000s and were built on that research to target and personalize a stimulation in the most effective way possible. Your brain is going to be very different to my brain when we perform a task. What we found is brain stimulation seems to be particularly effective at actually improving learning, man. So Esau is also finding out more and more information as he pretty much as he pushes out his agenda with these brain implants, man. Okay, and it goes on, it says, meanwhile, a percent, Slakia, meanwhile, a recent study found that intelligent people are more easily distracted at work. What kind of narcissist are you? Take the test. And that's how they end the article, man. So, for you brothers, man, okay, the scripture says what? That we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Esau is always going to come up with a way of trying to lie to the people, because what? He's Satan. He said, he's an adversary, man. Okay. But Yahweh Shai got us. He will protect us. Okay. And reading these articles are more proof to expose Esau and his ways and what he wants to do, man. And so I'm gonna end with the scripture in the book of Revelation, okay, which is the scripture that everyone should know, chapter 13. Revelation chapter 13 verse 16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, okay, or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636, man. And with that, shalom.